Good evening, everyone. Can you hear? Can everybody hear okay? All right. It is so wonderful that all of you took time out of your busy schedules to be here for Lace graduation party. Lace is graduating Sunday, so drink up. Just kidding. Oh, it's not. This is about him, right? Okay, thank you. All right. He's graduating on Sunday. Give him a round of applause. So we are all here to recognize Todd, and I had the privilege of meeting Todd's amazing mom and dad just when I came in, and I had heard so many good things about him, and it's too bad you weren't more like him, because he really is a great guy. So I really have a lot of respect for you, sir. So what I have here is Todd's history, and he puts this together. We're going to kind of go in and out, so I'm going to just keep talking as if it's going on. And I was just going to kind of read off the history so you all could kind of learn about, Todd's background. But there were some sketchy pieces that I noticed, and so I thought, as we're going through, I may have to highlight a few of those. Rickle, what happened? Is he okay? Okay, I thought Rickle's tripped. All right. We're good. So, and I noticed there's no year on this, but at some point in time, Todd graduated from something called Mayville State College. Yeah, and is that real? Is that a real school? Is that real? Mayville State College, where I'm sure he was top of his class of 4. Actually, you were third, is what it says here. You were third in your graduating class of 4, which isn't bad. Not bad for you. And then from Mayville, he went on to his first teaching job at a place called Kemmerer, Wyoming. Is that accurate? Yeah. Was that a one-room schoolhouse type deal? Because Kemmerer, Wyoming, again, ironically, he also had 4 students in his first teaching class. And so there's just something with this 4. Then he went to the big city of Rapid City, South Dakota. I've actually been there, so that is a real city. And taught for 3 years. What did you teach, Todd?
4th and 6th grade.
4th and 6th at the same time?
No. We didn't have everyday math or bridges then, so
I'm the MC here. Just remember that. Jim? Over here. Okay. So then after teaching, you did get a master's degree from the University of Wyoming. Yeah. That's good. And then in 1989, where's Adele? Where's Adele? Adele. You married Todd Mann in 1989.
Yes.
Adele. Anyway. In 1989, Adele did marry Todd, and then he did get his first principal job the year after. Now, I did notice something about all your principal jobs. You notice? You were in Rhinelander for 2 years, then you were in Edgerton for 4 years, then you were in Hudson for 3 years, then you were in Altoona for 3 years. Were you on the run?
that equals 12.
Everyday math. All right. Either that or the witness protection program. Then finally, you landed in your dream job, which you've told me many times, at Sunset Ridge here in Middleton Cross Plains in 2002. The last 15 years, the first 12 in Doug Rickle's shadow, and then, well, that's easy to do. Everyone's a Doug Rickle shadow. But, hey, Vasani walked in. I bet you have some nice things to say, too, about Todd Mann. Okay, anyway. Anyway, we're so thrilled to have Todd. He's been an incredible leader and more importantly, a dear friend to all of us. Very consistent leadership. You lead from the heart and you lead with compassion and that is what's most important at an elementary level. So let's all give a big round of applause. I understand you have a few words to say too.
I do have a few words to say. Hold on. Can you hold this for a second? Thanks. Yeah, I'll play that. So there's really only one way to start this, and that's to say, hello, folks. One of our favorite things about Todd over the years has been his quirky little sayings that always confuse us and make us laugh. And over the years, we coined them Toddisms, and you can see them on the backs of the shirt. So if you haven't checked out one of the Living the Dream shirts, make sure you take a look at the back. And be on the lookout for these Toddisms throughout the evening. They're going to pop up all over the place. So I'm here to speak on behalf of the staff about Todd. And some of the things we hatched up, we did that while sitting in an ice shanty in northern Minnesota watching a Vikings game, so we don't know exactly what's going to go. When chatting with staff members about Todd, what comes to mind is the fact that he always wants his staff to put their families first. We all have those events in our lives that come up. A kid's performance, an appointment for an ailing parent. Whenever we asked Todd if we could attend these things, the answer was always yes, absolutely. Todd is always one of the first to know about big events in people's lives. Things like celebrations, the birth of a baby, and also those not so good times, an illness or maybe the loss of a loved one. He would always bring us together like a family and deliver the news in the most gracious way possible. And we thank you for that. The importance of his family was also evident today as he walked the halls of Sunset Ridge with his dad. And he popped into some classrooms, introduced his dad to some teachers and to the kids and things like that. And there's nothing better than showing off for your dad. So finding a work-life balance is also important to him. We want you to know how much we appreciated the emails that encouraged us not to stay too long or get out of the building and enjoy the sunshine. Todd knows that teachers work hard and that knocking off a little early was okay once in a while because they've made up that time planning, cutting, or correcting probably on a weekend at some point. Something else that came up again and again was his open door policy and his ability to listen. If you had a problem, he would listen and collaborate to help you solve that problem. Also in situations when he could, he would allow us to be part of the decision-making process and valued our opinions. Now, it doesn't mean he always agreed with what you had to say, but nonetheless, we were grateful when given the chance for our voice to be heard. He also played a role in mentoring current teachers in their administrative program and helped them learn the ropes of being a principal. He mentored former teachers as well, some of which have gone on to become principals, and others who we've never heard from again. What influence Todd had on those people. Todd also knows how to have a good time. Every fall and spring, the staff would eagerly wait for the all call to sign up for Todd's tailgate. I'll bring the brats and buns, let's potluck the rest. Feel free to stop by anytime. We're more than happy to fire up the grill for you. In addition to Todd's tailgate, another thing we'd like to see continue, if you get the internet where you're going to be, are the random emails. It's a bit of a bird walk, but follow my thought. In the middle of winter, when Ruth and Todd are deciding whether to let the kids out for recess because of the cold weather guidelines, we get an email from Todd talking to us about what the cold temperature guidelines were in Nome, Alaska. A more recent email showed how living the dream meant hearing the song Fox on the Run by the band Sweet, and of course, attaching the video for all of us to watch. So as I look over at Todd, he looks a bit like a donkey on the edge right now. Or like a herd of cattle before the thunderstorm. So I think if we just put a ribbon and bow on this, folks. Thanks, Todd.